Everyone, thank you very much. So today I will be going through the main sections of paper 1 and paper 2, taking care to talk about the main types of questions and the answering techniques. Okay, so it will be on this presentation here. Okay, so to begin with, this is paper 2. So we're going to begin with editing for spelling and grammar because this relates to all the other sections. So here are some very common questions, right? As we know, editing is this section with a passage, and then it usually underlines all these words, and you need to correct the spelling or the grammar. Okay, so the common types would be IZE versus ISE questions, where you're supposed to change it from one form or the other. So this is where a lot of students get confused. Okay, so just keep in mind that we go by British spelling, so that would be ISE. Once again, for the second type of question, OUR versus OR, we go by British, so you need to change it to OUR. So let's say the contours of the shape, right? You wouldn't use CONTOR, you would use CONTOUR. Okay, so keep in mind British versus American spelling. Another type is A or E, for example, words such as desperate, okay, or separate. A lot of students would spell it with an A instead of E. E is the correct one. The uns questions, okay, it sounds very awkward, but it's basically whether or not you end the second part of the word, the suffix, with ENCE or ANCE. So this is a little bit harder to explain right away because suffixes, they have their own meanings. So for example, ANCE means the act of. So performance, okay, you cannot say the act of performance. You just need to say the performance, okay, because if you say the act of performance with ANCE, you are repeating yourself. So we will go into a list of those examples, okay, if we conduct more lessons in the future, right? Last but not least, we have this type of questions, which is when the words end with SION, TION, or CION, so all the shun questions. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit nitty-gritty, right? If the word ends with an L, for example, compile, okay, then you would turn it into compulsion with a SION. If the word ends with an N or R, for example, immerse, okay, comprehend, then you would end it with SION as well. If it's a noun ending with an SS or MIT, okay, for example, discuss, permit, you would also use SION. Okay, so this is a little bit harder to grasp. It will be good if you read a lot more, you practice a bit more, but if you keep in mind these rules, you're not going to go wrong. Okay, then of course there's the words ending with TION. This happens when you have a noun that ends with ATE. For example, donate, vacate. Okay, when you turn it into the TION form, you would use TION, donation, vacation. If it ends with NLR, then it will be action, connection, right? Then last but not least, CION, there are only 3 known nouns that ends with this. So suspicion, coercion, Sion, which is basically a twin.